guys, thanks for here, and today I want to bring you guys a little vlog talking about team. Now, first thing that I want to tell you, because I really just want to get straight into this video, I don't want it to be really long, is that you want to be consistent. And most bigger teams, kind of like FaZe, Red, Obey, Soar, like all of those teams, they really notice people who are consistent. And it doesn't matter if you're complex, like you're really complex, or like you just like to have clean shots instead of a complexity. As long as you're consistent, most teams will probably notice you. And another thing that I would really like to mention is definitely for you guys to be creative, because being creative doesn't mean only being, you know, complex. It can mean other things too. Definitely like going from creative spots, like spots that people really don't go from, and yeah, I guess complexity. And also, like, go for things that, like, most people really don't see. Like, and what I mean by that is maybe, like, you have, like, a certain shot that you may really like to go for, and not really much other people, like, know about it. Like, I've made a few shots while I was playing, but I never really went for them, and they actually were really creative. Just, you know, do what you want to do, and like don't let anybody else like tell you what to do. Just do what you do and try and be as creative as you can by doing your own things. And another thing is that if you want to be consistent, or you're not very consistent, one thing that you should definitely do is play like as much as you can, because you can't really just get online and, you know, play 2 games and expect to like hit, you know, clips, because that's usually not how it works. One thing that you should definitely do is just like play as much as you can, because the more you play, the more things that you hit, and the more used to the game you'll get. So like all those big trick shotters out there that hit like daily, it's because they play so much and they understand the game. There's people that like they'll get on, play 2 games and get off, like expecting that they're gonna hit a clip, but that's really not the case at all. So just play as much as you can if you want to get into those bigger teams, and more than likely you'll definitely make it there. And another thing that I would like to say is definitely that you have to think big, because I had a person tell me this, to think big, and even if you don't make it where you're trying to go, you'll still end up higher than you were before. And what they mean by that is that if you're thinking to get to a really high spot, like maybe sports, teams on Xbox, anything like that, you have to work your way up to there. And if you're working your way up to that and you don't make it, but you can be like right under it or something like that, you'll still be way higher than you were before. And it really is true. So that's really what you guys got to do. Instead of sticking in like those 0.1K teams, going around in like all your friends' teams and stuff like that, like really think big and try to go for something that you really want to go for. You know, never tell yourself that like it's too hard, it's impossible, I won't be able to do it, because that's usually where most people go wrong. They tell themselves that they can't do something, and that mindset just makes it so they really can do it. Like, you really got to realize that nothing is impossible. If you really want to do something, like, you could either do it, you can get really close to it. Because I mean, there's a lot of people, like the new team called Red is a branch off of FaZe, really, and people know that like that's you know, pretty much for people who almost made it into FaZe, but they didn't make it. That's what I'm talking about. Those people were thinking big. They wanted to make it into FaZe, but they didn't quite make it, so look at them. They're right under FaZe. Well, not necessarily, but they're still in, like, a really big team, so they were definitely higher than they were before. But I just wanted to give you guys, like, a little word of advice. And everything that I mentioned in this video is, like, once I get on Xbox again, because I haven't played in, like, 2 weeks, but once I get back on, I'm definitely, like, all this advice that I'm telling you, this is things that, you know, I do on a daily basis. And that's, you know, how I actually, like, hit clips and stuff like that. Because most people, you know, they thought that I was, like, really good, I was way better than most people. To be honest, I'm average. I just simply play more. I have that mindset of, like, other people. But yeah, that's really it for this video, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of advice to really, like, how to join bigger teams, or not how to join bigger teams, just pretty much, like, to get higher up, you know, in the gaming community. And that's really it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And as you guys can see, I learned how to do thumbnails. That's why you know, you guys can see the thumbnail, and I made a new intro. But now I gotta do my outro again. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.